On WLWT tonight, turning grief into purpose. Nearly 1 year ago, Melissa Ambergy was killed at the hands of her son, who suffered from mental illness.
And thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Cherie Palello along with Mike Dardis. And while this tragedy could have broken up any family, this one grew closer, and now they're on a mission to help others. WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson live tonight with their story. Hi, Karen.
Hey, Cherie. Joshua Ambergy admitted today that he killed his mother inside their Miami Township, Claremont County home. And this morning he pleaded guilty to aggravated murder and felonious assault. But, since day one, his family, Melissa's family, they say they've always felt like his actions, Joshua's actions, have been the focus of the headlines and stories. Well, today they wanted to share Melissa's story. Children. Melissa Ambergy's life revolved around them.
She just wanted to take care of kids.
Whether she was on a mission trip, teaching in Lebanon schools, or at home with her own kids and grandkids.
She wanted to put her kids up here on a pedestal and her to be in the background and just sit and smile.
Through all the heartache Melissa's family has gone through since her murder last year, her daughters, son, husband, and in-laws have found ways to return that smile, especially when sitting around the dinner table together.
And to have these moments where we just stop what we're doing and appreciate every single person in front of us. And that was something my mom instilled in all of us, I feel like.
Appreciation of the family bond takes on a deeper meaning these days, as what happened last November is still very much on their minds.
I don't go through a day with something doesn't trigger what happened.
Melissa died at the hands of her oldest son, Joshua, who was diagnosed with a bipolar disorder.
Deep down in my heart, I'm trying like hell to forgive him. But I think part of mine is I have to get some remorse in his face before I can forgive him.
In the meantime, this family is trying to grow from the tragedy. One way, by talking about topics that are often considered taboo, such as mental illness and homicide.
And there's a lot of things that people don't talk about in our community that's kind of hush-hush, like that's too traumatic, like let's not talk about it.
We got to talk about it. That's the only way to get anything done, is to talk about it and not hide from it.
They've also created Molly's Sunshine Foundation in their mother's memory.
When she saw things happen, negative things happen, she just wanted to pour out love to other people, especially her family.
This foundation is a way to offer support and give a voice to others impacted by homicides.
We always said that as a family, we're not going to move on from this, but we may move forward.
And I did ask them if they think they'll ever be able to forgive Joshua. And one of his sisters, Jessie, she told me that she keeps thinking about something a pastor told her, that forgiveness has no timeline. And she says that's one thing that is giving her grace at this moment. The family will have a chance to address him at sentencing, which has been set for next month. Getting back to the scholarship, there's a lot to it. The foundation, there's also a scholarship. And if you'd like to learn more about that, go to our website, WLWT.com. Reporting live tonight, Karen Johnson, WLWT News 5.
Karen, thank you.